everyone. Welcome to the hot seat. It's something special we're doing here at Verge Media, and it is an interview, but not your average interview. So basically, we're going to put our guest, Don Crow, literally and figuratively in the hot seat. So welcome, Don. I'm your host, by the way, Caroline. I'm the junior account manager. We are at Island Wing Company in Auburn.
Yes.
And they have provided us all these lovely sauces that we are going to, well, you are going to dip these wings in, and it's going to get progressively hotter as the questions get even better. So let's just start with the first one. What do we have here? Mild?
We have mild, yep.
We're starting easy.
Let me get that one ready.
How are you with hot food?
I mean, I think I'm good with hot food, but we're about to find out, right?
Yes, talking with your mouth full is completely fine for today. So the first wing that you have is mild, so we're starting easy. We'll start with an easy question. So how did you come up with the name Verge Pipe Media, and what is the meaning behind it?
The name comes from, look at Verge, and you look at when we started, it was the convergence of traditional public relations, traditional marketing, inbound marketing, social media marketing, digital, all things that were being enabled by more adaptation of mobile devices, more social media networks, more people being connected with one another through their phones as opposed to being connected to brands because the brand showed them a TV spot or sent them direct mail and they decided to engage that way. So it's about the convergence of all these different medias, and then the pipe was simply the pipeline that brands have direct to consumers now through your mobile device. So phone, tablet, watches, smartwatches weren't really a big thing back then. The name came about from the convergence of all this different media being delivered increasingly through smartphones, whether it be applications or just internet served content on your phone. So now we're moving on to medium.
Medium. So we're working our way up a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So question 2. You recently bought a Jeep as your midlife crisis vehicle.
That's correct.
Why a Jeep? Why yellow? If you guys didn't know, the Jeep is bright yellow. Just give us a little background as to that decision making.
So I have always wanted a Jeep. My parents immediately said, absolutely not. They're not practical. So fast forward to where my son was born, realized I needed something to help with him. You couldn't at the time they didn't have DVD players that you could drop down and show in the back seat of the Jeep, and so I opted for a Pathfinder. But now all that stuff's behind me. And I knew I wanted a Jeep and I wanted it to be loud. And so I was looking at either the bright neon green or the yellow, and I knew kind of some of the features I wanted on the Jeep. And so when the alert popped up that there was a yellow that met 90% of what I wanted for sale, I went over and bought it.
All right, so moving on, wing number 3.
This is hot. Okay.
We got the hot sauce now. So, Don, if you weren't a marketing guru of sorts, what do you think you would be doing now?
What would I be doing now? Sky's the limit. I would be doing something in the golf industry. As seasonal as that is, and it would allow me to be definitely in the deep south, probably in Florida. But it would have to be something where I could play as well as work. But it would be something in golf.
We're moving on to number 4.
Buffalo kiwi.
Buffalo kiwi. Interesting. You'll have to let us know about the taste of that one.
All right. So what are we on, 4?
We're on 4.
All right.
Okay.
Ready.
So what is the most interesting place you've ever visited and why?
Oh. Albania. And one thing that they do in Albania that I thought was really interesting is, we nod our head like this to say yes. That's no in Albania. So it's the exact opposite of what we do.
Oh no.
Yes, right.
So is this yes?
That was yes.
And this is
so what
no.
we do for no is yes to them. So this next one is sweet Thai chili.
Sweet Thai chili, number 5. It's perfect
For this
the
next question.
sweet question we have.
Okay.
How's that one?
This was good.
Is it hot?
Definitely still a little bit on the hotter side.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're still getting there. So you consider yourself, or maybe it's other people that consider you, a Blake Shelton doppelganger. Have you ever met anyone famous in real life, and can you tell us about it?
So I met Robert Redford in the Washington Dulles airport, Jimmy Smith's in the Washington Dulles airport. Let's see, I mean, we're in Auburn, so if you count like pro football players, I mean, there have been several that have kind of come back to town that I've been able to play golf with, that kind of stuff. I ran into Cam Newton one time, like literally walked out of a room, turned left, and he was walking that way, and we kind of ran into each other. He's every bit of 6'5", by the way.
Oh my gosh. And just massive, I'm sure. Oh, I'm
Well,
jealous.
I mean, that's,
Well, for me, that
kind of
would
a
be
clash of titans, so to speak.
Yeah.
Mango habanero, are you ready?
number 6, yes. So, I'm very excited for this. So we're going to do a segment called Explain That Facebook Profile Picture. And I took screenshots of a couple of your old profile pictures, and I just want you to just give us some background, and explain a little bit. So this one is also from 2008. You might just want to explain what we're looking at here, 'cause I don't know if I can do it justice.
Oh, I'm dapping with Colonel Sanders
Colonel Sanders,
in Louisville, Kentucky. And
why was he there? Where are you?
in Louisville, Kentucky.
But are you at an event? Is he
No,
just
no,
walking
we're
around the city?
downtown.
Is that what happens?
Also, Kate and I went out, we spent the night, we went out kind of bar hopping. I walked out of the bar, he's standing there on the sidewalk. I'm like, dude, I gotta get a picture. And he's like, of course, and I had to pay him.
Oh, okay.
So this
I
is
see.
his gig. This is his gig, so.
see. This is
but-
like the Times Square thing happening in.
Yes, there was no
Kentucky.
naked cowboy, there was Colonel Sanders.
There's Colonel Sanders. We're just getting started. We're moving over to plate 2, where we
Okay,
have our last 4 sauces.
okay,
All right.
got your question ready.
Yes, I do. If all classic rock, which is your musical preference, or would you consider it more hair metal, all of that genre, if that no longer existed, what would be your go-to music genre?
But here's, so we're gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna tell you, when I play golf, the playlist of choice is actually the 90s hip hop
Really?
on Amazon.
So like Biggie and
Oh yeah, definitely. Mace, all those guys. like,
nice.
Puff Daddy when he was still P. Diddy or
Yeah.
whatever it was. So, yeah, it
Okay.
would be, that's what we play when we play golf.
All right, so this is.
I mean, my eyes are watering just rolling
Yeah.
this one around in the
I
sauce.
mean, it's getting real. This is the tiki fire sauce. Oh, this is a great one. I love this one. I made it easier for you to answer because
All right.
I figured
We ready?
that you'd be getting in the headspace. So, in your About Me section on Facebook, you name 5 things that you love the smell of. Can you name all of them?
Baby lotion,
Mm-hmm.
fresh cut grass, the ocean. I cannot.
Section.
Honestly, right now I'm thinking about how the back of my throat's burning.
You want me to tell you?
Please do.
So the other 2 are puppy breath and chocolate.
Well, all right, that one was.
How was that?
Was considerably warmer.
Are you sweating a little bit? I feel like there's some physical signs happening that we're getting into the really hot stuff.
This is Island Inferno number 2.
Island Inferno, number 2, the second hottest. All right, so number 9, this is wing number 9. What is your favorite Don Draper quote? And can you do an impression of him?
Favorite quote.
He's
is,
from Mad Men,
Right.
correct? Yes, the show Mad Men.
It is, I'm paraphrasing, but it's the one where he says, people,
Are you sweating or crying? I can't tell. Both. We're sweating and crying.
people show us who they are every day, but we don't believe them because we want them to be who we want them to be. Meaning, we all kind of telegraph through our actions who we are, even though we may say something else. And that one's really warm.
Yeah.
All right, why don't you
Okay.
go through what's in this one?
So this is the scorpion sauce. And
Got way too much up there.
you did just take a lot. He took, if you can see, a very large dip in there, which is
I think
great.
the celery is blistering as I'm
I
using
don't
it
know.
to
I
wipe
mean, it
off.
smells like it would be. So basically, in the scorpion sauce, we have ghost pepper, scorpion powder, reaper powder, and reaper extract, and reaper garlic chili oil. So it is not just one thing that is making this sauce hot. It is a whole bunch of things put together here at Island Wing Company. So if you want to try this yourself, come on down and order the scorpion sauce.
And I would, I just want to give a quick shout out to my buddy George Patterson, who I watched eat something which I imagine is very similar to what I'm about to do once. Years ago at AOL, we went to a little wing place near the office, and they only brought out one wing with this that was tossed in this particular sauce. And George ate it. He looked as pained probably as I look right now. So George, I hope you're watching this and reminiscing about
This is for
those
you,
days.
George.
Yep.
All right, scorpion sauce. Last wing, last question. So, for our last question, back in the day, you were in a band.
Sweet Mary Margaret.
What instrument did you play in the band? And could you possibly sing us a line from one of the songs? If that's possible right now.
Singing won't be possible. I played drums.
Okay.
The name of the band was Whiskey and Honey.
Whiskey and Honey. When was this?
89.
89.
Man, it's like tearing me up.
Do you want to take another bite, or are we just doing one?
Oh, how many questions do you have here?
I mean, you're still answering this one.
I can't sing. I didn't sing. I played drums. I'm not going to show the audience this, but my nose is like seriously running. You can
It's a
see
faucet right now. Just turned on with all of this.
Yep.
Well, congratulations, you made it all the way through. You made it through all of the questions, all of the sauces here at Island Wing Company, even the scorpion sauce, which had a lot of questionable ingredients that I don't think I could eat. How do you feel right now? Do you have anything to say after this whole experience? Did it make you a better person? Character building?
it. I hope that I did not do permanent damage to my throat. I hope that I eventually am able to take deep, full breaths again, because right now I'm very short of breath. Not really into eating anything else right now. Yep.
But thanks for doing this. And thank you guys for tuning in to The Hot Seat, and we will see you next time.